Welcome, everyone, to the regular business meeting of the Board of School Directors. Before we get started, I'd like to invite anyone from the public who would like to speak to an agenda item only. We'll have opportunity to speak to other items at the end of the meeting, but if you have something you'd like to say about an agenda item, please come up now and sign up with Ms. LaPera. Okay, what I'd like to do now is just move to approve the minutes of the following meetings of the Board of School Directors. July 15th, 2013, regular business board meeting minutes, as well as accepting the minutes of the following committee meetings, August 15th, 2013, facilities and purchasing committee meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
I so move.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Against? The motion passes. I'm now going to pass it over to Dr. McGinley for the superintendent's update.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We are, to us, the summer is over. Fall sports have begun, and everything is underway. And last week we had leadership workshops, and this week we have our new teachers in and other workshops going on. And next week, all the teachers come back and we get ready to welcome our students right after Labor Day. This evening we have an important transition on the agenda, and I just want to begin the meeting by extending my best wishes to Dr. Kelly, who's moving on to be superintendent of Radnor School District, located somewhere to the west. And we really wish him well in that regard, and I want to publicly thank him for all of his hard work and dedication to the school district. Mike came in to the district with a lot of heavy responsibility for special education at a time when we had an awful lot of students in out-of-district placements that weren't really the best use of our resources, and really probably weren't the best atmospheres for kids to be in. And he really was charged with getting some control over a lot of practices that really needed to be improved. And so that was kind of the start of his tenure, and just as he was getting things in pretty decent shape on the special education side, he was called upon by my predecessor first to serve as acting assistant superintendent, and then as assistant superintendent by me, and he's been my right-hand person over the last 5 years, and I appreciate all of your help and assistance, and I want to publicly thank you for all the good work that you've done here.
You're not done yet. So I know there are a number of board members who want to say a few words, but in order to make sure this is a reasonable time that we have here, I just want to say on behalf of the entire board that, it has been a pleasure to work with you, for me for the last 4 years and for others of us different times. And we really appreciate everything you've done for the district and just wish you the best of luck in your new position. So I know, did you guys?
Well, I stole your speech a few minutes ago, so. Mike, I've had, and to the public, I've had the great pleasure to work with Dr. Michael Kelly during my 12 years on the board. Mike, you preceded me here by probably a couple years. When I began on the board, you were Director of Pupil Services, and through your hard work and your diligence and leadership, we voted you to be the Assistant Superintendent in around 2007. You have served in every position here diligently, always with a calm and professional manner, which we all greatly appreciate. You've served the district in other roles as well, such as leadership of the administrative side of the policy committee, the development of the most recent strategic plan. As a board member, when you led something, I always knew I could rely on your work and the committee's work that you led, and that's a great, great benefit to us on the board and to the public at large, which we also greatly appreciate. Your departure from this district is a great loss, and it's a personal one for me as well. And while we will sorely miss you, our loss is Radnor's gain, and I wish you all the best of luck there, and I congratulate them on hiring you, because they made a great choice. Best of luck there.
You did steal my, Mike, I have 2 more years on the board than Jerry, and so you and I came in just about the same time. We really kind of grew up in this district together on the leadership side, and as with Jerry, I have always been so impressed with your dedication, your hard work, your calm and unflappable. I mean, you brought us through quite a bit of the redistricting stuff a couple years ago. You've been through a couple of transitions with superintendents. You've been a rock for us, and it's been a wonderful ride. I'm surprised we had you as long as we did, because I was kept waiting for someone to come by and scoop you up, and so I'm glad it was our neighboring district, Radnor, because that keeps you close by. So I just wish you all the luck in the world, and I'm sure any one of us would quickly take a phone call if you had a question or just needed to vent. So feel free to give us all a call. So best of luck to you, Michael. Thank you so much for your time and dedication with the district.
Well, I'm going to join the chorus, Mike. You have your commitment to students and to student success is exemplary, and you bring an earnestness and a high degree of integrity to everything that you do that's very commendable. And you represent what I have seen in your growth in our district, and your commitment to our district is you really portray what a lifelong learner is about, and you bring a dedication to mastering whatever it is your tasking is and your role is. And I echo my colleagues in saying that it's a real loss for our district, and it has been a real pleasure to work with you in your capacity here in Lower Merion, and I wish you continued success. Only wish you were here. Thank you.
Mike, I just wanted to say I haven't known you as long as everybody else has, but and I don't have the track record of you in the district, but I just want to thank you for the support that you've given me, not just here but outside, in supporting activities that I've done outside of the school. So again, like everybody else, I wish you well, and I know you're going to continue to be the success that you have been here.
Just thanks to all the board members. As I mentioned to Dr. McGinley and a couple of you before, I know that my success would not have been possible without the support and encouragement and confidence that you've given me over the years. And I say the same thing to my colleagues and to the community. I won't say the job has been easy, but when you have, when you have a community and a board and an administration so committed to students, when it gets difficult, it makes it easier, and it gives it purpose. And I think that's what drives all of us to come to work every day and to try to make it a better district for our students and for our community. And I've heard the word loss before, and I like that, but a great team is going to be made even better, and you're going to be learning about that. Those of you know now, but the rest of the community through some recent hirings, and it's just a great time and an opportunity for the school district. And I am right next door, and we are already forging relationships to better provide for all of our students in both districts. So thank you again.
And as we discussed, you're free to go and finish everything you have to do upstairs, and we'll carry on with our meeting this evening.
Thank you. I'm going to stand in the back just long enough to see my colleagues appointed, and then I'll be getting back to work. Thanks.
Okay. So a couple of items before we get to the human resource action items. On the addendum, which is in front of you, is a recommended action. I'm recommending that the Board of School Directors approve the specially appointed hearing examiners resolution excluding students from school and removing them from the rolls of Lower Merion School District due to a lack of residency as per exhibits SU1 through SU3.
Are there any questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion passes.
Thank you. I'm recommending that the Board of School Directors approve the human resource action items as listed in HR 1 through HR 5. And included among those action items are the promotion of 2 individuals who are here with us this evening, if you'll just wave. Lynn Partridge, who's a gifted support teacher at Belmont Hills, is being recommended to be assistant principal at Penn Wynne and Penn Valley. And Camille Conrad, who is the coordinator of gifted programs, is being recommended to be the supervisor of a special education supervisor with a focus on autistic support and still a role in gifted, and we're working some of that out. So those are 2 people that are being promoted. And 2 people, and after the board takes action, should they vote in your favor, we will just ask you to say a word at the mic. We have 2 people who we're welcoming to the school district for the first time. Mr. Jeffrey Hunter, who is being recommended as assistant principal at Ballackinwood Middle School, who will be coming to us from the Mast Charter School in Northeast Philadelphia, where he served for 7 years as a principal. And also Dr. Geraldine Fitzpatrick Doria, who's currently an elementary school principal in Philadelphia, who will be joining us as Director of Elementary Education. So those are appointed in those HR items 1 through 5 that I'm recommending. Vote on that, yes.
Okay, welcome, everyone. Do I have a motion to approve? So moved. Second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. Welcome, everyone.
Congratulations. So, Ms. Partridge, you want to just say a word?
This September marks my 20th year here in Lower Merion, and I am as excited this year as I was my first, and it is an honor and a privilege to serve, and I thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Camille, Conrad, Ms. Conrad?
In my 19 years here in the district, I have done many things and worn many hats. I've taken each role with excitement and enthusiasm, as I do tonight, and I want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. I'm honored.
Thank you. Dr. Doria?
Good evening. I am thrilled, and I'm humbled, and I'm honored, and I offer you my very best. It's going to be fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hunter?
I'm very excited at the opportunity to work here, flattered to be part of such an excellent district, such a high caliber district, and I look forward to working with not only the students, parents, and staff at Ballackinwood, but everybody in the district. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome. Good luck to all of you. Next, it is my pleasure to recommend to the Board of School Directors the appointment of Dr. Wagner Marseille as the Assistant Superintendent for Lower Merion School District in a contract to commence tomorrow and go through the end of June 2017. It is my pleasure to recommend this visionary leader, who I had the pleasure of recommending for his current position, and was thrilled to meet upon my arrival here in 2008, and he was serving as assistant principal at Lower Merion High School. He is a transformational leader, a true visionary, and I know he will do an exceptional job as assistant superintendent. And so I'm recommending Dr. Marseille.
Okay. I'm not going to congratulate you until after we vote. That wouldn't seem right. So may I have a motion to approve?
I so move.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Against? The motion passes. And I just want to say on behalf of the entire board how excited we are that you are taking this position and how much we look forward to working with you over the coming years. We're really excited. So congratulations.
Dr. Marseille, would you please come to your seat at the board table, and then you may. Yes.
They forgot to tell you about that. You had to come
Yeah,
sit
we
here
did
with
not
us.
tell them
Yeah.
about that.
So,
It's Dr. Kelly's idea. And perhaps you'd like to make a remark or two. You can do it from your seat.
Usually when I have a mic in front of me, I have no problem talking. But I'm extremely blessed. I have been and continue to be, and I want to thank the board. I want to thank the district, the teachers, the community for allowing me the opportunity to experience Lower Merion and highlight some of my talents and having the ability to be confident in the work that I can do. So before my voice shakes anymore, I just thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, it is also my pleasure to recommend the appointment of Megan Schaefer, Esquire, to the position, a new position of Senior Director of Policy, Personnel, and School Programs, with an effective date of tomorrow and going through the end of June 2017. I've had the pleasure of working with Megan these past few years in her capacity as Director of Human Resources, and I'm confident that she will be able to step forward and take on new responsibilities. Some of these responsibilities were the responsibilities that Mike had as Assistant Superintendent, particularly around policy issues, and her portfolio is expanding, and we will be hiring someone else as the HR manager, and so I'm recommending her appointment as well this evening as part of our administrative reorganization.
Okay, do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion passes, and again, on behalf of the entire board, we'd like to welcome you in this new role. We're really excited. We've all had the pleasure of working with you in the recent past, and know you're going to do a terrific job, so welcome.
I thought I might get out of this, but thank you so very much for all your support. I have truly had an exceptional experience the last couple of years here in district, although I've been, I feel, a part of the district for almost 10 years now. So I look forward to this new role. It's amazing to me the people that I get to work with every day, and I look forward to continuing that work. I think this district has done outstanding things, and I think there are so many outstanding things left to do, and I look forward to being a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Megan, did I miss anybody? Who's the appointments? Yes. So at the top of page 3, I'm recommending the Board of School Directors continue with Cades Margolis as the district's 403B plan consultant and approves the TSA Consulting Group Inc. as the new third-party administrator. I'm also recommending that the Board of School Directors approves a salary adjustment for a temporary appointment of an administrator to assist us in special education. And the Kronos is a separate contract. On the addendum, let me add in the recommendation to revise the action items in HR 6, changing the effective date from September 13th to August 30th. What was sent you was incorrect. And also adjusting the resignation date from Dr. Kelly. So those are the human resource action items, and I'll do the Kronos one separately.
Okay, are there any questions? Do I have a motion? Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion's pass.
Thank you. And the last one under HR is I'm recommending the Board of School Directors approve the continuation of support service agreement for software, equipment, and educational services between the district and Kronos for the period of September 26, 2013 to September 25th, 2014 at a cost of $42,832.
Okay. Again, are there any questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
I so move.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion passes.
Under Educational Services, there was no curriculum committee meeting. So the administration is recommending that the Board of School Directors approve a letter of agreement for Title I services for the MCIU to provide reading and mathematics instruction services per CS1. We're also recommending the approval of educational service items as listed with with Will Parker, who is a consultant, and educational consultant for Secretary, for working with our curriculum chair people as per Exhibit CS2, and recommending that the board approves the educational service items with Solution Tree, host contract for customized on-site professional learning communities for Bala Cynwyd and Welsh Valley per CS3. And the one at the top, yes. Recommending the board approves the educational service items for NWEA for 700 MAP. These are measures of academic progress assessments licenses per Exhibit CS4.
Okay, are there any questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Have a second? Second. Thanks, Jerry. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion is passed.
Under Student Services, I'm recommending the Board of Directors approve student service items as listed. These are agreements for students receiving non-district educational services. There are a great number of them. Many of them relate to extended year programs that have already been conducted, and some of them are for individualized programs moving forward into the school year.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
And at the bottom of the page, I'm recommending the approval of consultative service agreement with MCIU to provide service training in the amount of $3,600 per Exhibit SS34, and also asking you to approve the purchase of service agreements from Transformational Educational and Counseling Help for the 13-14 school year in the amount of $123,000. These are the on-site mental health counselors, mental health / drug and alcohol counselors who began working in our high schools last year.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions? Oh, I'm sorry. A motion to approve? Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion's passed.
Mr. Novick, the report of the Facilities and Purchasing Committee.
Thank you, Dr. McGinley. The Facilities Committee meeting was held on Thursday morning, August 15th. The committee reviewed the list of bills and the purchasing report. Director of Operations Pat Gannan updated the committee on anticipated issues that will arise with the increased student enrollment now and yet to be experienced at the high schools, which include traffic and parking requirements and the locations of additional classrooms. Mr. Gannan also provided an update on the ongoing work at Penn Valley and Gladwin Elementary Schools and Welsh Valley and Bala Cynwyd Middle Schools. In sum, the projects are running on schedule or close enough to allow for a smooth opening of the school year. Mr. Gannan will give a quick update in a couple of minutes. Regarding the Arnold Field track replacement, work is running a bit behind, and the administration is working on a recovery schedule to complete the work as soon as possible with minimal interference with the existing athletic schedule. The scoreboards are expected to be completed this week, and the subcontractor that installs the running surface has committed to work the next 2 Saturdays and complete the track surface by early September, weather permitting. Regarding the ongoing security improvement projects, the entrances at Penn Wynne, Penn Valley, and Welsh Valley will be completed by the start of the school year, including security cameras. Also, security cameras will be installed at the new modular classrooms at Gladwin and Welsh Valley by the start of the school year. Any questions? Pat, do you want to give your update? Thank you.
Pat, if you don't mind, before you begin, I know the administrators have had a really long day because they were here early with us for NTAP, so congratulations on your new jobs. You won't lose them if you leave here now. We would think that was a reasonable thing to do. And to members of your family who are here with you tonight, thanks for sharing their lives with us, and you'll see less of them in the future.
All right, I'm told I have 2 minutes. Are you going to start the clock? Or? All right, so I have a very brief update on projects, starting with Gladwin modular classrooms. This started later than we wanted it to. We are on schedule now to get a certificate of occupancy on Monday, this coming Monday, the 26th, so that we can have teachers in on the 27th. The good news is, as you can see, the modulars are on site and they're actually put together. Still working on the inside, still working some site work. In addition to the modulars, we're also have the project for adding permanent classrooms out to bid. This one, along with the Penn Valley permanent classrooms, is out to bid. We plan to open the bids on the 4th of September. So if all goes well, we'll be coming to you next month with the recommendation to award that contract or contracts. Moving on to Ballackinwood, we're busy trying to convert some interior spaces to classrooms in time for school to start. We now have 2 classrooms where there used to be locker rooms on the low level. On the main level of the school, we are converting what used to be the wrestling room into 2 classrooms, and that's almost complete. We're also working on moving the main office into this area right here, which we expect to have complete in time to have at least 1 secretary working in there on the first day of school so that we can use the new secure entrance. Just some updates. This is the former wrestling room, classroom area. This is the former locker room. This is our office plan, as I've showed before. This is the area as it looks today. Framing is finished, and we're putting up drywall, so we're making good progress. Welsh Valley is also behind schedule. And again, our plan is to have certificate of occupancy a week from this Friday, the 30th. That will allow us to have the classrooms ready for the first day of school. Unfortunately, as of today, there are no modular classrooms on site. We expect those to arrive in the next few days. What you're looking at is the sediment control basin that has to be put in along with the modular classrooms. In addition, we continue to plan for our permanent renovations and additions at Welsh Valley. You recall that we're going to add a classroom wing between the AB building and the gymnasium in this area. This is an elevation of what it will look like. And that project is on track. We're finishing up the design development stage of design and updating the estimate. So next month we will be coming to you for approval of PlanCon D and E, which is the design development stage, and it's the next level of approval for PlanCon. Overall, our program budget is on track. While some projects are over the originally conceived budget, overall we're still under budget by just over $300,000. Turning our attention to Arnold Field, we did have people on site today laying out. That white line is where that first pass of the new artificial surface will be laid, hopefully beginning tomorrow. We expect a crew on site tomorrow. We'll be meeting with the president of the company who does the surfacing work to work out a final schedule. As Jerry mentioned, we hope to continue to work this week, next week, and the following week, taking a break as necessary for sports schedule, in particular for home games to be played on the turf, the artificial turf that you see there. The plan right now is to have this thing finished or take a break on Saturday the 7th of September. If all goes well, we should be able to get it finished. This group of football players is playing on what used to be a parking lot. These are the new grass fields which are in use over at Arnold Field. And lastly, just today, scoreboards went up. This is one of the scoreboards that's been put on one of the fields that was a parking lot. And so the scoreboards went up today. We'll be working on getting everything hooked up and powered in time to be used for the season. Are there any questions I could answer? Thanks.
Thanks very much, Pat.
Just one comment. The quality of the grass fields, based on the difficult lessons that we learned over at Harriton and the additional investment that was made, is really phenomenally different. I mean, the density of the turf is really wonderful compared to what we saw at Harriton, and I think it was worth the investment. Our fields are established now at Harriton, but it took a whole lot longer than these fields over here. So it's nice to see the kids back on those fields, and for me to see them as fields in use, because from the time I got here, that was a parking lot, and then it was a pile of dirt for a long time, and it's nice to see that there are actually young men and women out on those fields enjoying themselves and getting ready for the season.
Under the Business Office and Finance, we have 4 recommended action items. I'm going to take them all in one motion. Approve the list of bills for payment. Approve the financial report for July 2013. The administration recommends that the Board of School Directors accept with pleasure, pursuant to Policy 702, $45,000 towards new technology at Gladwin Elementary School from the Gladwin Home and School Association. And the administration recommends that the School Board of Directors declares items as surplus property in Exhibit BF-1.
Okay, thank you. On behalf of the entire board, I'd like to thank the Gladwin HSA for that contribution. We really appreciate it. So do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve with gratitude to the Gladwin HSA for the donation.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion's pass.
Under Facilities and Operations, we just have one recommended action, that the Board of School Directors award the bids to contractors named in Exhibit FO-1 for the 2013-14 Tri-County Food Service Paper, Disposables, and Cleaning Supplies for the amounts and the contract specified as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with the contract specifications.
Are there any questions? Do you have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Do you have a second? Second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion's passed. The motion passes, sorry. Okay, we're now moving on to the Board of School Directors business. There is no old business. We do not conduct policy or curriculum meetings or communication meetings, which are missing some over the summer months. For new business, Ken, do we need to vote on this? It's the PSBA legislative.
No, there's no need to vote. You just need,
Okay, so I'll just
as
read
long as there's no objection to the individuals.
So basically, this is saying that the PSBA, which is the Pennsylvania School Board Association's Legislative Policy Council meeting, which is coming up. We have as our delegates Ms. Virginia Pollard, Dr. Mercer Golden, and Dr. Robin Van Lynch. So we want to thank them for representing us. I don't believe there are any other committee. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Just a quick question before we adjourn. Last month, someone had asked about the meeting dates for the upcoming enrollment stuff, and you responded that it was on the website. I couldn't find it. So could you tell me how to get there?
Yes, it's under Board of School Directors, and there are documents. What's the right reference? I printed this out from there today. Board presentations.
Right.
So it was posted in June, and that's actually one thing I wanted to draw attention to tonight before we adjourned. I realized there's other parts of the meeting that still have to occur, but in that list of meetings, there was a communications meeting listed for September 18th at 8:30 a.m. And I said when I announced it that it was likely that we would move that to the evening, and that is something that we're going to do. So we'll be moving that to a 7 p.m. meeting to allow for a greater number of people to attend.
Okay, but which board presentation? There's a whole list of them.
If you go in under departments, you'll click on Board of Directors.
Right.
When you hit Board of Directors, there's a list on the left-hand
Yeah,
side.
but we can move it forward.
Can we make it easy to find?
Can we move that schedule forward? It's relevant to the interests of a number of people at this time of year. So we'll make it that it's on the face of the website.
I just couldn't find it. That's
Yeah.
all. And I wanted to confirm something.
Right.
Okay, there are no other committee reports, right, that I'm forgetting here. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is to invite anyone from the public who would like to speak on any issue to come forward. Please sign up with Ms. LaPera. It is for residents of the district, and then please state your name and where you live, and there's a 3-minute time.
Okay. Todd Sinai, I live in Marion Station. I hope you've had a good summer. I just wanted to follow up actually on a question that Diane Bonaventura asked about. I had looked at the video of the July 15th meeting, and there was a question by the member of the public that I just wanted to follow up on and get a quick clarification on. The question that was asked was about the corrections, I guess, that the consultant, Tembo Consulting, had made to, I guess, the March 13th projections of the enrollments for the high school under expanded choice. And I think Dr. McGinley had said in early June that he had them, he hadn't had a chance to look at them. And the question July 15th was just when those would be released to the public. Right. And I think your answer was it was on the schedule for the fall when everyone comes back from the summer, and that schedule was posted on the website. Now, I was able to find the schedule, but I couldn't find that item on the schedule. So I was just wondering if you could just like point, tell us which date it was that you had planned to release to the public what those corrections were.
We're sending a letter out the week of the 9th. And then the first meeting would be, where we would discuss it, would be the September 13th at policy, then September 16th at the education committee, because that would be in the evening.
So the corrections from June will be sent out in the letter on the 9th?
The corrections from June will not be sent in the letter, but information will be posted prior to our September 13th meeting, and then discussed at the 13th meeting and the 16th meeting.
Okay, so I just wanted to follow up because previously you had said the date for the projections were to be released were in the timeline. So
Right.
They will be released on a date, or you have just different?
I'm sorry, I don't.
You had answered the question in July. That's what I'm following up on. And that answer had been that the corrections to the projections that were on the website would be released to the public. And that date was listed in the schedule. I'm just asking, is there a particular date in the schedule, or will it just be one of those dates?
There's not a particular date in the schedule, but the practice of the district had been that we don't send out big information in the course of the summer because a lot of people are away.
Of course.
And so while it's not specifically there, it was always my understanding that we would be releasing those things first thing in the summer. I mean, our focus in the course of the rest of the summer has been focused on staffing and the leadership transitions that you saw tonight, working to improve safety at our schools, which you saw tonight, and making sure that we have a place for the kids who are coming to school in September to actually sit and learn. And so that's where most of our work has been. Last spring, the projections that were created in-house were called into question, as you know. And we reviewed those numbers with a statistician, Tembo Consulting. In early August, we also met with another consultant who has extensive expertise on school enrollments and boundary changes, and he's expected to give us a report by Labor Day. And then from that point, we will share what he has told us and what Tembo has told us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wanted to come up? I don't see anyone. Okay. What I'd like to do now, in accordance with Act 93 of the Sunshine Law, the Board of School Directors met in executive or information sessions on August 19th, 2013. We met in executive session to discuss personnel. Future school board meetings are scheduled for, so I'm going to read these all out. September 10th at 8:30 a.m. is a curriculum committee meeting. September 13th at 8:30 a.m. is a policy committee meeting. September 16th at 8 p.m. is an education committee board meeting. September 18th at 7:00 p.m., right? That's what we just,
yes,
is the communications committee meeting. That's different than what's on the agenda, so it's a 7 p.m. meeting. September 19th, 8 a.m., Facilities and Purchasing Committee meeting, and September 23rd, 8 p.m., regular business board meeting. So you can see that very soon we will be seeing a lot of everybody, and so I wish everyone the nice end to the summer. I know it's already ended for a lot of people who are working in the district, but for those who are not, enjoy the rest of the summer, and we are adjourned. Thank you.